Welcome back to the most spectacular survival and hunting journey on the vast ocean, where courageous fishermen face the wrath of nature and giant monsters lurking in the deep sea. In today's video, we will witness and review the entire dramatic, breathtaking, and equally dangerous hunting process of a professional fishing fleet as they encounter a giant grouper, one of the true predators of the coral reef and deep waters. The story begins on a gloomy morning, with dark clouds gathering and covering the sky, signaling a difficult day ahead. On the sturdy steel fishing vessel, sun-tanned men in bright orange protective suits and rubber boots are busy preparing their fishing gear. The atmosphere on board is incredibly quiet, but there is an underlying tension, because everyone knows that this trip is aimed at something extraordinary. Radar and sonar equipment in the cockpit continuously scans the area. A green circle emitted a steady beeping sound, searching for the slightest movement, hundreds of meters beneath the frigid seawater. Suddenly, the radar screen flashed with a massive signal, a solid black mass moving slowly but powerfully in the depths. Immediately, the atmosphere was torn apart by the captain's commanding shout. "Everyone, take your fighting positions!" A system of super durable hemp ropes was lowered into the swirling water, and giant, rust-resistant forged steel winches were also prepared. The sea began to churn with massive waves, gray and white-crested, crashing against the ship's sides, sending up white foam and causing the vessel to rock violently. But the fishermen stood firm as a rock, their rough hands wrapped in yellow leather gloves, gripping the ropes tightly, awaiting the fateful moment. And then what was inevitable happened. The ropes suddenly tightened like a guitar string about to snap. The pull from the seabed was so strong that one side of the ship tilted slightly into the water. The life or death battle officially began. Three fishermen, the strongest men, were deployed to the railing. They leaned back at a 45-degree angle to the floor, pouring all their body weight and the strength of their bulging muscles into resisting the brutal power of the monster below. Their neck veins bulged. Sweat mixed with salty seawater, streaming down their faces, contorted with extreme exertion. Below the water's surface, a terrifying scene unfolded. A gigantic grouper, with its rough, grayish-brown skin dotted with countless huge black spots. It thrashed wildly, unleashing massive tail kicks that created swirling bursts of white foam, like mushroom clouds at the bottom of the ocean.
Chúng ta làm được rồi. Nhìn con cá này. Kéo đây. 1, 2, 3.
Each time it opened its enormous, black, cave-like mouth, a huge amount of water was sucked in and spewed out, creating swirling currents that threatened to swallow everything.
Kéo. Mạnh lên. Sắp được rồi. Cố lên. Nào, 1.
The struggle lasted for hours. The cable vibrated violently, dripping water onto the slippery metal deck. There were moments when it seemed as if human strength had run out, as the monster suddenly dived headfirst into the abyss, dragging dozens of meters of cable with it. But with the skill and experience of the seafarers, they did not give up. The screeching sound of the winch, mingled with the encouraging shouts of the fishermen, created a heroic labor anthem echoing across the raging sea.
Trời ơi, nhìn cái đuôi kìa.
Finally, after extraordinary efforts, the giant grouper was gradually subdued and pulled up close to the side of the ship. At this moment, it was truly breathtaking. Its enormous head rose from the water, its dorsal fins bristling with sharp spines, its large round eyes staring intently at those who had subdued it. It unleashed one final, deadly blow, sending a massive volume of seawater splashing across the entire scene, sending a thick mist into the faces of those standing closest. But sharp metal hooks were quickly launched. Embedding themselves in the fish's jaws and back, locking down any chance of escape. 6 burly men had to work together, using a pulley system and winch, to lift this massive mass of flesh, weighing hundreds of kilograms.
Kéo mạnh lên. Nó lớn quá. Sắp được rồi.
Over the ship's railing and crashing onto the deck with a deafening thud. The giant grouper lay sprawled on the wet deck, occupying a large space. The fishermen, breathless and exhausted, yet their eyes shone with pride and immense satisfaction. This victory was not just a huge catch, but also a testament to the resilience and unity of humanity in the face of the great wildness of nature. Immediately after the prey is brought aboard, an industrial processing procedure begins to ensure the absolute freshness of the fish meat. The giant fish is moved by crane to a huge, gleaming stainless steel table on the deck.
Together now.
2 professional workers, wearing bright orange rubber aprons and cut-resistant gloves, begin their work. Using large, incredibly sharp filleting knives, they make clean, decisive cuts, slicing through the thick, rough skin to reveal the fresh, pinkish-white flesh inside.
Được rồi, nhấc bổng lên nào.
Huge fillets weighing tens of kilograms are skillfully separated and neatly placed into coolers. Melting blood and ice mix and spill all over the metal table, creating a raw, realistic, and distinctly industrial scene. Each step takes place at breakneck speed, and with cold indifference. And with absolute precision, it exposes the enormous scale of the offshore fishing industry. But it doesn't stop there. To fully capture the grandeur of nature, we cannot fail to mention the underwater footage that shows this monster wreaking havoc at the bottom of the ocean.
Keep it moving. We have 3 more trays left.
Almost done with this section.
The beautiful, vibrant coral reefs suddenly become tiny as the giant shadow of the grouper glides past, its tails tearing through the deep blue water, leaving behind swirling white foam like an underwater whirlwind.
Kiểm tra dây chặn số 3 đi. Đã rõ, đang làm đây. Máy quét hoạt động tốt.
All of this blends together to create a magnificent yet brutal picture of nature. The battle between man and ocean is never easy. Each trip out to sea is a gamble with life, but in return, the rewards are immeasurable.
Đưa cái này lên trước. Được rồi, buộc chặt vào.
Today's video is not just a simple entertainment clip. It is a truly vivid and breathtaking documentary that brings us closer to the arduous, dangerous, yet incredibly great lives of those who depend on the sea. If you find this video fascinating and visually stunning, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next epic ocean monster hunting adventures. Goodbye, and see you again on the next stormy voyages.